Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Age of Strife. You guys make your camp, make your perception checks for the night, everyone.
Ooh.
Here comes another 20.
Ooh.
Oh, close enough.
Nice.
Now, none of the dice rolls are showing up on this screen anymore, and I don't know why. Can you guys roll dice again, all of you?
Yeah.
There's a 20.
There we go. Now they're showing up. 364? What the hell did you roll?
I rolled a D1000.
Okay, cool.
Sides.
So your previous rolls were 15, 18, and 30. But of course, they don't matter because the night passes uneventfully. You guys wake up the next day, right next to Lake Low Run.
Do we know how far down we got along the south part of the lake?
Yeah, you probably got to about here.
Okay.
There.
Nope,
So I guess we
okay.
can straight back to that spot. If that sounds good to everybody.
Mhm.
And
The rain has stopped. It's a nice, cool, cold day, actually. The sky is only partially cloudy, but the birds are out and the wind is back. Make your way through the mud back down to the lake shore. Find yourself at the same little village you found before with the stone building. Probably some sort of knight's keep or hold.
okay.
Did
Well-
we went into the keep. We didn't find any sort of weapons, defenses.
No, I was a bit surprised actually. It seemed as if everything had been cleared out.
Yeah.
I guess we should just keep heading to the east until we hit the river, and we can go back towards Rosebloom.
Okay.
All right.
You make your way along the edge of the lake, passing a few more very, very small villages. It looks like these were all like little tiny fishing villages, maybe 15 to 20 buildings each. And this one that had the stone building probably oversaw all of the villages along the lake shore. At least that's the impression you're getting from all this.
Okay.
Hmm.
Debating whether or not to just start checking the remains of these little huts.
Well, take a look in one of them.
Yeah.
Are these huts still standing?
No, most of them. There might be like one that's half standing. They look like they've all been flattened or knocked
I
over
think
or just
what
fallen
Luca
apart.
does is he kind of walks around the remains of all these houses and just kind of tries to glance inside at what he can see in the rubble. See if there's anything shiny.
No, definitely not. You'd have to like dig through them, like pull up walls if you wanted to really get a look inside any of these things.
He also looks. Luther takes a look across the river.
Mhm.
Does he see anything significant over there? Any standing buildings that look quite big?
No standing buildings on the other side of the river.
Yeah, there's giants over there, probably somewhere.
On all of this searching, did we find any remains of boats which aren't on the water?
Yes, you definitely found remains of boats. Not remains enough that would float, but what once was a boat.
I'm sure there's. I'm sure there are valuables down at the bottom of the lake. Not that we'll ever get them. But I guess for now, it's we should head back to the Prisbloom.
Well, I guess the only other thing is I mean, this is a spot with civilization. We could just spend a couple of days just ruffling through all this village to see what we can gather. It probably
We
wouldn't be a
certainly
lot,
could, but these seem like I don't know how much wealth these peasants would have had.
You're willing to just check through everything just until a monster turns up? That seems okay, I think, actually.
Well, I mean, it just seems that we haven't seen the monster. I'm guessing it comes out at night, or it's hibernating, or There's been no sign of it.
Well, I guess we can rummage around a bit today and see what we dig up. But after today, I think we should head back to the cemetery and maybe approach at night like last time and try to break our way in again.
Yeah. Just to make sure we're a little bit careful, just to make sure they don't have a night guard there now.
Yeah. Did Stefan heal again?
Yes, another HP.
Okay.
So you start walking around when you spot 4 people. I don't think you can discern gender at this distance, but they're definitely human, walking towards the lakeside. They each carry a spear with them that they're also using as a walking stick. It doesn't look like they have any armor.
This is strange. I'm guessing other people like us looking for things. Be my guess.
I'd
Approach?
call out to them, but I don't want to be too loud by the lake.
Yeah, they're maybe like 600 feet away.
We could hide
They
and
don't
blow the
see
horn.
us.
Hide and blow the horn.
Wait for the monster to come out and get them.
You know what? That's really tempting.
I fear for our lives.
Also, but they may have some more information, and if they are here, then it does suggest that they probably would have picked through things. So,
How many of them are there?
There's
Again, Neil?
4.
4.
Yeah, and you can
could just-
tell that it looks like 2 men and 2 women.
Well, if they're bandits, they're not going to start on us because look at us.
Okay.
well,
So-
maybe if we just
Well,
maybe we can just watch them for a little bit just to see what they're doing.
Are they to the north of us or to the west at least?
They're to the northwest.
Okay. I'll say if they don't see us, let's just try to circle around to the back of them, so they're between us and the lake.
Yes, lead on. Well, you're good at sneaking.
Oh.
Sure. You let's do. They don't seem to see you guys as you kind of slink around the back of them. You watch them as they approach the lake, and they kind of hang out there at the lakeside for a little while. One of them starts to roll up his pants and starts to wade out into the water with a spear. Looks like he's maybe trying to spearfish along the shore.
In the lake? Okay. Now, since we're behind them, we're between them and the lake, I'll yell out, "Ho, travelers!"
They whirl around and kind of crouch down into an aggressive stance, taking a look at you, and after a few moments, slowly lower their guard. One of them gives a wave. The guy comes out of the water, and they watch you, and you watch them.
I guess I'll just start shouting out to them. Are you sure it's safe to be swimming in this lake?
We're not going swimming. We're fishing.
I'm still not sure that's very safe. Haven't you heard about the lake monster?
Yeah, but I'm hungry.
Where do you come from?
Rose Bloom.
We're a long way from Rosebloom.
No reply.
Perhaps this would be easier if we weren't shouting at them.
I'll say a little bit quietly. What I was thinking about doing is just killing them. And taking
Really?
them back.
For what? Their spear and any fish they catch?
You have a point. That's why I'm second guessing.
If you sit there second guessing for long enough, then
I
we'll be...
seriously doubt they're. I don't know what they're doing, but I don't think they're fishing in the lake.
Well, they
Maybe
went
there's
into the
treasure
lake
down.
with their spears.
Okay, so maybe
I
they're
think
like.
we kill 3 of them and capture 1 and ask them what they're doing.
Well, we don't have to kill them to ask them what they're doing.
Kill them and dump them in the lake.
That's
Why this propensity for murder? Like, I'd say we just go up and talk to them, like,
There's
civilized
a
people.
lake monster here.
you're the lake monster here.
Yeah. What is this? First you're looking into magic, so you can take over the world, and now you want to kill innocent peasants?
That's not a normal person's first thought.
Well, we
No,
could
it's not
we
the
could
second,
arrest
third,
them.
fourth, or even last. On what grounds? Why? They're fishing. They're hungry.
There's a lake monster in this lake. It destroyed all these villages, and they're swimming in the lake.
They
Yes,
seem to be
they're hungry.
aware. They're taking a risk.
Let's find out if you have questions. Unless you don't think that we can't take 4 peasants.
We certainly can, but are they actually 4 peasants?
You know what? I'm gonna go talk to them.
Yeah, same here. You can join us or keep on shouting from this distance.
I'll join you. Be careful. I'm telling you, there's something up.
Right. So I'm gonna start walking towards the people who are fishing.
Okay. They see you coming towards them, and they all kind of stand beside each other. Eventually, you meet them down by the lake, and they give you a bit of a wave, and then one kind of recognizing your air, a bit of a bow as well, the lady's curtsy.
Jeff, you're muted.
Thank you. Greetings, friends. If you are hungry, we can offer you some repast. We do only have dried rations, but if you are hungry and desperate enough to go fishing near a lake monster, maybe you accept our offer.
There's like an eagerness in their eyes, and kind of like, can we do this? Can we take note? Yeah, all right, yeah. But we'd love some, thank you.
Very good.
I admire your courage fishing in this lake. Are you sure that it's safe?
You don't believe the legends about a lake monster, do you?
I point over to the ruined villages. How do you think that happened?
They shrug. Carp? I don't know. Probably couldn't fish in the lake no more.
Carp on the land?
I've seen a giant bring down a wall.
They kind of shrug. I don't know. I don't think there was any lake monster. I think it's just a legend.
This really
I'll
is a
hand
long
it.
way from Rosebloom. Did you travel through the night?
Mm-mm. We were skirting around the edge of the Barrens, hoping to find a abandoned what do you call them, caravan or something that we could pick over. Couldn't find anything. Decided to stop by here to refill our water skins and get some food or something.
Do you have an idea of how deep the lake is?
Beats the hell out of me. I've never been more than 10 feet into it.
Are you a good swimmer?
Nope. No idea how to swim. That's why I ain't been more than 10 feet in it.
Are any of you swimmers?
They all shake their heads. Not many swimmers around these days. Kind of hard to learn when all the waters are infected by those damn carp.
What about these waters? Just the carp in here as well, right?
They nod. Yeah, but if you stay near the shallow bit, you can see them coming and get them before they get you, or back the hell out.
That is brave. How many times have you been here? Or is this your first time just refilling up the water skin?
Oh, no, any time that we make a trip around the Barrens, we always stop here to catch some fish.
And you've seen no signs of a lake monster?
Like I said, my lord, like, I don't think there's any such thing. I think it's a myth.
We've circled this whole side of the lake.
You seen any sign of a monster?
There is one building standing. One.
Oh, you mean the old stone keep?
Yeah, have you been in there?
Mm-mm. It's locked up tight.
I see. Well,
Tighter
as
than
I was
a...
saying, there's one standing building on the lake. The rest have been destroyed. I don't know what you think destroys buildings like that, but I guarantee you it's not carp or people.
Those hovels? Look at them. They'd fall over in the first good storm, let alone 50 years of storms. bound to knock over any sort of them crappy ass buildings.
Just let them go fishing in the monster lake. It's not a problem.
I suppose not.
If you don't mind us asking, what are the three of you lords doing down here by the lake?
We're looking for a monster, you know. Just
Yeah.
Looking for
investing.
monsters. God, they really do leave a different life.
Yes, we are exploring the surrounding territory. There's a lot of threats out there, so we like to help stop those threats.
I find that
What sort of things have you encountered amongst your journeys in terms of nasty critters?
Well, once Bethany here got close enough to the cursed town to see something moving in the shadows. It's a
Cursed
old,
town.
you know, Nixon, the old cursed place.
Yes, it seems that there are quite a few monsters there as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, something weird moving across between the shadows. Something tall with long, skinny legs, like a heron or an egret.
What?
Weird thing.
We actually just finished camping a night in Nixon, and we got attacked in the middle of the night by this thing with two giant purple tentacles that wrapped them around themselves and invaded your person. Oh, horrifying.
Yeah, it turns out when you go looking for the monsters, you do find them.
There's a lot to find. So
They
but
self-consciously look behind themselves at the river or at the lake.
Yes, exactly. But you've never have you ever had to fight anything off? Are you self-sufficient?
We get by best as we can, times being what they are.
Yummy.
Would you mind if I tried something? I have this horn here. My brother got it for me for my birthday. It's quite nice.
Uh-huh.
I've been thinking about this for as long as we've been at the lake. I've wondered what would happen if I just blew it a few times and saw what happened in the lake.
They start looking around. Well, you'd startle any fish that were nearby for certain, and you might attract something else that could be out here.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
and
that's the point.
And
Like
plus,
it really is a lake monster.
and if you give it a couple of blows, the one-eyed monster will come out.
Exactly.
I don't know about you guys, but I think if you're going to be tooting on that horn, we'll probably be taking off. I'm not afraid of no lake monster, but I'm not about to go, tempt fate or anything. I like
excuse my
tempos
brother.
just fine.
Yes. So you have had cause to use that spear, though. That's my question to you.
Only on the fish.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, and what is your name? Name's good sir and ladies.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm Bat. This here is Bethany, and this here is Beth, and over there is Bart.
Is there any hesitation at all when he's saying the names?
Only as much as I displayed.
I'm guessing that you're all brothers and sisters then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Our parents, they certainly had a certain naming convention.
Yeah, they certainly did. Well, I guess once you find a good thing, you stick to it.
Well, like my mom and pa always said, when your name's Beavis and Brunhilde, you gotta keep on the family tradition.
Yeah, but like Beth and Bethany, that's not a good choice.
Well, my old man wasn't the smartest one around. They always said he was what's the phrase? A few hairs short of a wool coat.
So what's your family doing?
Well, you're looking at it. We're kind of scavenging what we can from the land as we can. Our folks are gone, and the two of us are too ugly to marry. Two of them are too much bitches to marry. So the four of us, we're just sticking together.
So no one miss you. You
You are
disappeared.
scavengers. Have
Yeah,
you ever been into the forest? I've heard there are abandoned villages in there that
Oh, I ain't going anywhere near elves. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Like I said, I don't believe in the lake monster, but I sure as hell am not tempting Tempos. You know, I ain't going anywhere near that forest. Them elves are sorcerers, you know that? They raise zombies out of the ground. They created the damn vile carp.
yes, I've heard. Speaking of the zombies, I heard there was one in Rosebloom a little while ago. Were you guys there for that?
Yeah, that was a nasty bit of business. Dogs started barking, and you know, come out of the house, see what's going on, and there's a person eating another person. And you go and try and shove them off, and turn around, and the person's half their face is missing. You can see their rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
Scary moment to be there.
Truly sickening.
Well, I suppose we'll be heading back to Wadsworth soon, so I suppose we better head off once you guys beat your fill.
What family y'all from? If you don't mind me asking, my lord.
Thorn.
Thorn.
Never heard of us.
No, of course I heard y'all. Yeah.
Of course you have. Very good. Well, we shall take our leave, and we shall be heading back to Wadsworth. And hopefully the comfort of our estate.
Safe travels, my lords.
Good day to you.
Bethany, get back in that water. Go get us fish.
Okay, so we walk away, and I'll say to Alufa, so, any more urges to kill?
Yes. I still don't trust them.
Seriously, like
Who
why?
can look at these villages decimated and say, there's no lake monster?
Well, I'm not going to, because I know that there's monsters everywhere. I've seen monsters.
It's unbelievable.
I think we had a discussion about this just the other day.
Yeah. All right.
But in any case, I guess we head off.
Let's get to Rosebloom.
We should be able to get there by night time, so that'll be perfect.
Yeah.
I hope so.
And if we ever need like hunters or trackers, those fall pretty independent to be out there braving themselves. Pretty impressive.
The journey to Rosebloom is going to take a day and change. Since you've already spent a little bit part of the day exploring the lakeside here, it'll probably take you a day and a half to get to Rosebloom. So you're going to spend another night out in the wilderness, which is fine. You guys gain another HP. There's no monsters, no need to fake perception checks to keep you on your toes.
Okay, and I guess
Donkeys.
we don't want to get too near Rosebloom. We just want to wait till nightfall and then.
Yeah, it's the same thing as last time.
Yeah.
Okay. You return to Rosebloom that night. The next night, we'll say.
Yeah,
It's very easy to keep your distance and not be spotted by anyone. No one's really cruising around the countryside, or even if they were, they probably wouldn't have thought anything of you being where you were.
Well, I just say under my breath that do we go into the same crypt or a new one?
I think, well, either or. I don't think there's any harm. You've already picked the locks. Do you remember how to pick them? Like, will that be easier for you?
I can certainly try. I should hope that I remember. Let's try the one that we've been into before, since it seems as if all the monsters have vacated the premises.
Yeah, if we go in the same one, check the tomb that we had a look in. If the lid's still on there, then we don't need to go in. That's all.
Well, there were a couple other hallways we didn't go down, I do believe.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that that lid's still on. No one's crawled out or no one's
head still
crawled
on
in.
the body.
Yeah.
You would assume that, this is correct in my assumption, but you would assume that each direction would lead to the end of an important person.
That's the hope.
We can assume.
Well, let's
Let's find out.
get up there and get in.
Okay.
Also, don't forget to take extra time to make sure that there's no watch.
Yes, let's make sure we have a look around.
We gonna leave any undead to come out this time?
Let's hope not. Maybe we'll get them all before they get outside.
All right. Well then,
I guess we approach the entrance to the crypt and have a pretty good look around for any light sources, because I doubt anybody would be standing out here without a torch.
Sure. You guys slip over the wall and creep towards the crypt.
yeah, we leave the two
Can I get a-
donkeys
Okay.
on the other side of the wall, as we did last time.
Right.
Tied to a spear, stabbed
Right.
in.
Can I get perception checks from the party?
Where's it's gone? No.
Okay. Stefan and Luther, as you guys come up to the side of this building and start to make your way around the edge, you spot a person walking through the cemetery at night. There's something off about this person. They are unnaturally easy to see. It's almost as if they're slightly glowing. They're not actually glowing, but whoever it is dressed mostly in white, and they kind of just stand out more than you would expect a person to be standing out walking through a cemetery, even if they're wearing all white.
High visibility jacket.
Yeah, when I see it, I hold my hand to get everybody to stop. And I
see
point
it
it out.
too.
And I say, what's that?
Mm.
Seems like it's glowing.
It's got to be another one of those things living in the living dead.
Living
Let's
dead.
get low to the ground here and let's just wait and see what it does for a bit. Maybe a few minutes.
Okay. You watch as it just kind of starts walking, or it continues just walking through the cemetery, almost aimlessly. And then, it turns and starts walking in a different direction. Eventually, it turns in a way that it's walking in your direction.
What do we do?
Well, it's clearly not human. It must be another one of those things. Do we kill it? Or do we
It's
leave?
dead.
If you have a ranged weapon, get it out and just wait for it to get closer.
Do we re-kill it?
Luther pulls out his crossbow and waits.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as it gets into short range, if it doesn't see us, he shoots.
Okay,
I'll
well,
follow
it's moving in your direction.
Okay. And the short range is 60 yards.
It walks into short range.
Okay.
I'm guessing we let loose.
Luther fires a shot.
Take your
I get a
shots.
bonus for not being seen?
Hmm.
I will adjust its armor class accordingly. Yeah. 15, 14, Ginger, you don't have a crossbow?
No, I'm gonna stay with my spear and shield.
Okay.
Staying low, I guess.
The 15 and 14 both strike the target, lodging themselves in it. Roll me some damage. Uh, 4 and 1. The bolts land in the creature, who stops in place for a moment, and then turns towards you and flows towards you with a surprising speed. And I say flow because it's not moving its legs; it's just hovering above the ground.
There's no sound of pain as it takes these hits.
None whatsoever.
Oh,
But roll me initiative.
Seeing floating, I cry out to Reluna.
I hope you don't actually cry out.
No, I utter a curse.
So my plan is to stand by others. We'll get to my feet and ready my attack for if it comes close.
My plan is to stay behind my sister and dart in and out.
Okay. What do we have for?
But you can't really ready it. Ready something on it. Initiative 13.
Okay, what did we get for initiatives here? 13, 8, and 4. That's not great. Luther, you go first.
How close is it to us?
It's maybe... I think you fired at 60 yards. So
Yeah.
we'll just say it's at 60 yards when the round starts. But it is moving towards you quickly.
I put my hand on my throwing daggers and prepare to throw when he gets within 15 yards.
All right, Stefan, you go next as it is closer and closer towards you.
Yeah, I'd take a step back, so hopefully I'll take a step behind Ginger, and I'll ready an attack. To
With
duck, I think.
with swords?
Yeah.
Okay, so you step behind Ginger. Luther, your ready action goes off. Throw your wide, yeah. The figure hovers across the ground towards you, hair blowing in the wind, when you recognize the same woman who you beheaded from before, and you notice a very clear sign of a head being hacked off between her neck and her torso. She reaches her hands out towards you and lets out a horrific wail.
Oh no.
Can I get saving throws from the party? Saving throws versus petrification.
I failed.
15. That's a pass, isn't it?
That is a pass.
Yes, just the number I
think.
need.
I don't know. I might be wrong.
15 is the number.
Fantastic. So Luther and Stefan are overcome with fear and terror at the person they hacked to bits is back from the dead again. Luther, you turn to run as it tries to wrap its hands around your neck from behind. But a 3 is a miss. So you manage to scrape underneath under its grab and bolt for the wall. Ginger, your brothers have abandoned you to the headless horror that you have fought before.
So I was planning on, protecting my family and stabbing it before it gets to them, but it's already got to them. So, I'm out. I would like to make a retreat. Do I have to make a?
It's not within melee range, so you can you can just turn and run.
I'll turn and run as well, and I guess my aim is to get to the donkey's the spear that's stabbed in the ground and pull it up so that we can make a quick escape.
Okay. The 3 of you get back to the spear. Your brothers are over the wall and taken off. You can take the spear out and start to rally the donkeys, but as you look up, you see the creature is almost upon you again. Roll me initiative, Ginger.
Are you just gonna keep running for eternity? That'd be bad.
12 is not great for you. The other 2 are still in flight mode right now. I'll let you know when you're out of it. The woman comes up towards you, her kind of greenish eyes turning slightly red as she raises her arms to grapple you with them. That is not a hit, though. You manage to duck out of the way or knock her hands to the side. Your turn.
All right, so everyone's running. It's really fast.
And you?
I'm gonna hop the wall.
Yep, you're on the other side of the wall.
And,
You're next to the donkeys.
I guess I'll stand behind my donkey Spike and turn and throw one spears.
Roll to hit.
Throwing a short spear, so I'm guessing we're at quite small range here.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, you hit the creature. Not only do you hit it, you hit it square in the chest. Roll me double damage.
You're just trying to be
44.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Whack.
Okay. Your spear kind of runs through the creature and is now sticking out one side and the other side. Roll me initiative.
At what point do they run far enough away?
Yes, the rest of the party, you can roll initiative as well. You're now a full round of running from the cemetery when the fear begins to die down and you have enough control of your body to come to a stop.
Okay, so let's see. That's low. My plan is to pick up another spear. And
well, let's start with Jeff and Pat.
that's it.
Throwing daggers are out again for me.
Luther, we've been here before. That fear, it's unnatural. Think of Ginger. Just think of Ginger. We gotta get back and go run closer.
So you run closer. Luther, what are you doing?
Luther holds his position and throws a dagger.
You're a full round. You can't throw from here.
No.
Yeah, like you all got to the donkeys at the same time, and you guys kept running while Ginger stopped to fight the creature and pack up the donkeys.
So it's what's my max range? 45 yards?
Yeah. No, your max range is 30. You're moving at half movement rate, so you can run 30 yards in a round.
Oh, I meant with my daggers. No.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so actually if you ran 2 rounds, you must be just barely past the wall.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. If max range were 30, yeah, you could throw from that range. Never mind, my mistake.
Well, I had a 2 anyway, so it's
Okay.
well wide.
Sure. Back at the wall, which Stefan is now just returning to. I'm not sure what you guys want to call her, but she reaches out for Ginger again. This time with a natural 20, bringing both her hands to bear. Bringing both her hands to wrap around Ginger's neck for 3 points of damage.
Right, I'm down to 6 HP.
And would you make me a saving throw versus death, please?
Right. Save or die.
Yes.
It's fail by what?
Okay.
Right. Goodbye, levels. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh no.
The choking is, how do you want to say this? You find that you are panicking. You drop your weapon as you try to pull her hands off of you. It's the equivalent of being stunned, but in this situation, we're gonna just call stunned being panicked and flailing. Initiative next round for Stefan and Luther, who are close enough that they can act and attack this round.
Eventually.
Adjacent. Right. 10 and 9. Ooh. The thing continues to choke Ginger. You take another 4 points of damage.
I'm down to 2.
Luther.
Luther bravely pulls out his arming sword and runs up so he can get behind the creature.
You are standing directly behind it as it's choking the life out of your sister.
And he takes a big overhead hack straight down.
+2 for back attack.
Yep.
Wait, backstab? No.
Yes.
There you go. You hack into it.
Nice.
6 damage.
Right. Your sword cuts into it, coming to a stop partway through, and then kind of falling to the ground as the creature just kind of disappears into mist.
Oh.
Oh, thanks. You saved my life.
I guess
That was the same one that we killed.
yeah.
They're dead. They just don't stay dead,
Stay
do
quiet
they?
for a second. Stay quiet for a second. And Luther waits and listens for anyone coming in the distance.
Could I apply my medical stuff to my new wound? this round?
You know, maybe not to being choked by an undead creature. Maybe if someone else had been choked, maybe, just maybe, but definitely not to yourself on your neck. You couldn't do a healing check on a choke. It's a different sort of damage, you know? It's your life being strangled out. Also, you're like coughing and sputtering for another 2 rounds from the shock of being choked out. So you take a few minutes to recover. Luther, can I get a perception check from you?
Yeah.
And I guess Stefan, as you guys are both sitting in the quiet listening. 29, 20. This still is a graveyard.
And I guess, because what Luther's worried about is that the screams woke everybody up again.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay.
How loud was the scream?
While Ginger recovers.
It was very, I wouldn't say loud, but it was very disconcerting. Maybe not super loud. You suspect the town, if you were awake at the edge of town, you could probably hear it. You don't know if it would have woken someone else up.
Okay. I'll say, okay, let's just sit here for a few minutes, make sure nobody's coming, and if nobody's coming, we can get inside.
I say we sit here for half an hour. It will take time for the village to rouse the knights to come out, and they have to get prepared. I say we wait half an hour.
If they do come, we can stay here and just say we're going to investigate the zombies,
Or we can just retreat.
Flee. Yeah,
I don't think we want to be attached to this.
When we were never here.
well, let's see if anyone heard and comes to investigate. If they did, if we hear something, we have to get out quickly.
You know, if these things keep on coming back, eventually the Wyatt family might actually come to us for assistance.
Right, Neil, I'd like to go pick up my 2 weapons, 2 spears.
Not a problem. Luther, 50-50 chance of being able to find the dagger that you lost. Yes, you can find it.
Lucky.
Yeah.
No evidence.
There's nothing coming. Half an hour passes. You guys are just here in the cold winter night in this graveyard. You can see frost forming on the tips of the grass.
Okay, it's been a while. Luther says, okay, I think nobody's coming. Let's get inside. I'll take the lead.
Well, what if this thing's just back there again? I mean, dissolved. It may not be there, but who knows? What is that? That's not a zombie.
You kill it once, and here it is.
I'm not fighting that again.
It's some magic. We'll just have to see. You all don't even have to come in if you don't want to. I'll just go in on my own. I don't care.
No, we'll definitely come if you're going in, but if we see that thing again, we run before it screams.
Yeah, if we see it again, let's get out.
Okay.
You make it back to the same mausoleum, come around to the front door to find the old lock has been reattached on the gate, as well as a new chain has been wrapped around the grate and locked with a second lock.
Okay, so I guess it's time to start picking. I'll start with the old lock. Do I get a bonus because I've picked it before?
Yeah, I think we'll just say you've picked it before, you can pick it again. It just takes time. It's an auto success, I think.
Okay.
Takes you 5 minutes to do the old one.
Okay, got that one. Now it's time for this one. And I guess I roll a D100.
It's a 50 chance. What is your chance?
55.
Nice.
So it's
Likely.
An average roll. I got it.
All right. It takes you only a single minute to make your way through that lock until it falls apart in your hands and you can unwrap the chains from the crypt.
All right, I'm gonna pat the 2 brothers on the back and say, "Go in. Be back quickly. I'll stand here and watch."
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, who's got the torch?
No one's
Have it
lit
made.
a torch yet.
Yeah, you have the torch behind me, and I'll lead with my shield.
Yep.
How much? We should, at the end of this, figure out how much fuel you've gone through because you might be running out.
Yeah, it's...
I had
You guys
restocked.
have like 1,000 flasks of oil or something.
No, I had 12. I'd used one before. Was it last night that? So I'm now to 10. We've been here for 100. And how long would we have had the torch on? Because each flask gives half an hour, doesn't it?
Right. So you use the torch in a few other situations.
Yeah. It was the other night.
Right.
We had a
When we looked in the keep.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
searched the keep. That probably took half an hour. That probably took a flask of oil to search the keep.
And
Okay,
we
but if you have
also
plenty of
used-
flasks, then we're good.
And we also used another one in against the purple tentacles.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm down to 9 flasks.
Cool. As long as we have a good number. So the two of you, enter the mausoleum and head down the staircase.
Okay.
And find yourself back at that fork where you go forward or to the left or right.
Okay. I say let's go to the left. I don't think there's any need to go straight. We just
All
saw
right,
them.
let's just have a quick look to the right just to make sure there's nothing coming up behind us. But yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll wave my torch to the right and to the center, and then we'll head left.
All right. It's dark down all the pathways. So you head left.
Yep.
You go maybe 80 feet until you come to another similar opening, kind of like the last one, where there's another gate and a crypt with a sarcophagus. There's little sections in the wall where corpses have lain. Some of them are empty, some of them have residents. And on the other side of this gate is that stone sarcophagus with a likeness of a figure made on top.
I guess
This gate, like the others, is locked.
Yeah. Well, give me a second and I'll try this. Can you read that? Is there an inscription above it? Or on the tomb?
There's no.
55 exactly.
You
Heading
just
forward.
barely get it.
80
Wow.
flags.
It looks like there used to be a plaque above this grate, but it has been removed. You can still see like one of the nails where it was hammered into a board.
Well, I guess we don't know who this one is, but
Yeah.
forgive me.
Hopefully someone important.
Yeah. And I take a glance around the room before I start trying to remove the lid.
Okay. Now, we are about 8 minutes from the end of today's session. So I think we might just end here mid-crypt digging this time around. I know it's a terrible place to call an end to a session in the middle of a tomb. But I think that's what we're going to have to do for this week. So, that said, why don't we roll this week's experience into next week, because I think we're going to be
We're close to level up.
So, yeah, in fact, you did say to remind us because no, I think that might be
right,
So-
but we couldn't do leveling up while you're in the middle of a crypt.
We can do it tomorrow after we finish. Next session after we finish the script.
Yeah, the next time you get back to town and take a rest for a few days, we can apply experience.
Yeah.
Or we could level up. We could just do the hit points and nothing else.
Yeah, they could have leveled up while we were resting before we came into the town.
Yeah,
You
that's
need some. We're just going to level up when you get back to town, when you've had like a moment to break and be out of the stress of all the situations. We'll definitely get you your experience at a later point.
All right.
But that's it for this week's episode of Age of Strife. We will see you guys at our regularly scheduled time on the 18th, I believe, next week.
Sounds
So,
good.
shout outs. Anyone have anything to say before we close out for the day?
Ooh.
No, except for it was great to get 2 sessions in.
Yeah, it
It was
is.
also the new sound system is really good as well.
I've been
Especially
enjoying
last
playing
week.
with it. Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to all the D&D this week.
Yes, there should be a lot. So we've got misclicks tonight. Tomorrow is our 24-hour XCOM 2 stream with all the characters submitted by those of you out there in chat. And then Friday there's Dicing with Death, and Saturday there's Hardcore Heroes, which is probably going to be like a 6-hour session. And then Sunday there's Age of Strife and Shenanigans. So it's a busy week this week. So stick around. Right after this, we're going to do some planning for misclicks. And that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.